What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I'm back for a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 11. Okay, so the episode starts out with Karen and Ray. They are at dinner. They're trying to have a little date night, because Ray has been busy with his tax issue and Karen has been busy planning for her upcoming charity event and all her other entrepreneurial endeavors she's doing. So she tells, Ray about the charity event for the Alzheimer's Association, and basically how her mother had it, and, it was just really bad. I believe Ray's mother had it as well, and she gets emotional with Ray, and just, it was just hard to watch her mother slip away, and she didn't want her, her mother to leave her. And, Ray just tried to, be there to support Karen, while she was getting emotional with her mother. So basically, they wrap up with how, Ray is going to be there for her at the charity event that she's going to put on. And that's going to be where she invites Kyndall, which is Sherman's ex-wife. Okay, so next we got Giselle and Ashley. They are out looking for a gift for Robin for her charity event. Look like they're looking at some jewelry. And Ashley ends up asking Giselle, where's Sherman? What's going on with you guys? And Giselle pretty much just lets her know that, her and Sherman are no longer together. She did all she could to make it work, and she felt like he just wasn't communicating with her and giving her the energy, she needed to continue on in the relationship. And then the conversation shifts to Monique and her charity event. And Ashley tried to imply that Monique was trying to get everybody to come to her event. No, bitch. Ashley, you be lying, and I'm not here for it. She asked you if you were coming to her charity event. And you sat up there and said, no, I'm going to support Robin. And that was the end of that. So I don't know why you lied, Ashley, telling Giselle that Monique was trying to get everybody to come to her event and not Robin's, when really it was Robin's ass that was doing that. So next we have Monique and Kyndall. Monique is, at the house with her husband and their kids, and she's pretty much waiting on Kyndall, Sherman's ex-wife, to get to her house, so they could go for a walk. And Kyndall gets there. They take Monique's dog out for a walk, and they talk about the situation with Giselle dating Sherman. And Giselle and Kyndall have known each other for quite a while. Kyndall said that Giselle would see her and ask how she was doing, how the kids was doing. They were on speaking terms. And Kyndall said that she didn't find out Giselle was dating Sherman until one of her sons said, Mommy, your friend was at Dad's house. I side-eyed Kyndall because, Kyndall, I don't think that you and Giselle were friends like that. Y'all were not besties. Y'all were not. The only way that it would be inappropriate for her to date your ex is if you guys were solid best friends. You guys were not solid best friends. I'm not getting that. I'm getting you probably ran in the same circles and y'all know the same people. You have a lot of mutual friends, but that does not mean that you guys are besties and Giselle owes you a head up. I don't agree with that. So Kyndall is all in her feelings like, well, I think Giselle only cares about herself and she's self-serving. Some of that may be true, but I don't feel like she owes you anything in this situation if you guys weren't really friends like that. And I don't think that you were. It looked like y'all just all know Charisse, and that's, that's pretty much the extent of what it is, so I don't know why you in your feelings. Okay, so next we have Robin talking about how she wants to empower women and this, that, and the third. There is nothing about Robin that seems empowering. There isn't. She has a shitty ass attitude. She constantly starts shit and then plays the victim. And, oh, I'm broke and they're making fun of me because of, bitch, you the one keep telling them all your fucking financial business. You know, so there, Robin, sit down. You shouldn't even be throwing that event. I'm not buying the whole women's empowerment event. I'm not. I would have rather went to Monique's event, and I'm not really even a big fan of Monique, but she's a little bit more likable to me than Robin. So Robin, you know, she just getting ready for her event and talking all this shit about how she's looking forward to empowering people. Bitch, empower yourself to get in a better situation with Juan. You know, y'all need to either get married, say y'all together, you know, just empower your own damn self first. And it's really funny that Robin wants to empower women. She's did nothing but this season get into it with Karen. Monique had to put the fucking umbrella up to her fucking neck to get her to back off of her. She's constantly in somebody's face. Like, what the fuck is empowering about that? Okay, so we are at Robin's event. Giselle shows up saying, you know, she's very empowered. I'm not shocked for Giselle to say that because Giselle and Robin are very good friends. They talk about, Giselle brings up how Charisse is not at the event and how does Robin feel about that. Robin, you need to let that shit go because Charisse said it wasn't personal. I don't think it was either. If somebody invites me to something first, I don't give a fuck how long we've been cool. I already gave them my word. I'm sticking by them. That's what it is. Robin is a victim, you guys. That's what that bitch likes to, that's what she gives off. She is a victim when it comes to that money, Juan. Now, well, Charisse not really my friend. I can't believe she gonna choose Monique over me. Bitch, shut up. Well, I feel so betrayed and she should have had my back. And then they bring up Karen. Robin and Giselle, are y'all both blind, dumb, stupid? Y'all really are jack and whack. Because how y'all gonna bring up Karen and how Karen is not at Robin's event? You sat up there and listened to her tax situation for over 2.5 hours, but you also was with Giselle questioning the tax situation, laughing at her at the little press conference. You came in with Giselle asking shady ass questions. You was not supportive. You was not empathetic. You was not understanding. You weren't a friend. So, bitch, why do you expect somebody to be a friend to you? You know, you're just getting what you give other people. So, Candace and Ashley, they show up to Robin's event. That damn Candace and that hair still looking like a wig. Take that shit off your head. Remember that part in, what was that, Nutty Professor? Take that shit off your head. I heard of dreadlocks, but shit locks. She ain't got no fucking locks in, but she need to get that big ass mop off her face. I don't like her. It makes her look older. Don't Candace look like she could be 40 or something? I don't know, y'all. Anyways, we're back at Monique's event, and Monique, not Monique, Charisse then figured out that Monique then invited all her friends. She didn't introduce Monique to. And I don't like bitches like that. To me, that is very suspect. Very suspect. And I know a lot of people will say, well, you know, she knows those people too, and she introduced her. You should not be calling other people's friends. If you just met somebody through one of your friends, you need to tell your friend to tell their friends to come. You don't just reach out to these people. That does look suspect. And I know all about this because I had some bitch I was introducing. You know, I would introduce this bitch to my friend. She was actually one of my really good friends. And I would introduce her to my other friends. And the next thing I know, the bitch is hanging out with them behind my back. And, you know, acting like she knows more about them than I do. So, disrespectful. It's not classy. Monique, you need to stop doing that. It is starting to make you look very suspect. Charisse didn't like that shit at all. She was turned off. Monique acting like she don't know where is this coming from. Because she's like, well, it's a charity event. And the more the merrier and the more money I can get. Yeah, but you need to think about how you do shit, Monique. You really do. You should have did that. You should have invited them people through Charisse. I really do. So Charisse says that she had been knowing Sherman's ex-wife, Kyndall, for about 18 years. And, she was one of the main people that Monique was shocked. She was one of the main people that she was shocked that Monique invited to the event, because she was just like, well, why you invite her? I didn't expect for you to invite her, to this. And Monique is just like, oh, well, Ashley went to Robin's event. I had an extra ticket. Monique, you could have gave that to anybody. But, you wanted this woman around. And later on in the episode, you go act weird with Karen when Karen but invites Kyndall to her charity event. You like, well, why are you doing it? You invited her to your event, so why Karen can't invite Kyndall as well? So anyways, Karen invites Kyndall to her charity event, for the Alzheimer's Association that she's working with. And then Kyndall makes a little snappy comment saying, oh, because they was talking about how Giselle would feel, and that's kind of going to be awkward, and, and Kyndall was just like, oh, well, she going to have to just deal with me being around. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess. Now, if I was a big Giselle fan, I would be mad by what they're doing. But since Giselle has served all their asses so much shade this season, Giselle, karma has came back on your ass. Because I think this new bitch Kyndall is coming for you. And y'all know they go get into it. And I am so motherfucking here for it. But I don't... Of course Karen is being messy. Yeah, she being messy by inviting this bitch. But Giselle, you brought it on yourself when you wore that motherfucking t-shirt talking about all Karen's tax problems. And you brought it on yourself, bitch. Okay, so all of the ladies at both of the parties, at both of the charity events, the ladies that are with Monique, they're talking about Karen's event and how they have to buy a ticket to come to the charity, and they're just looking like, why we gotta buy tickets? Why we can't just donate and it'd be a tax write-off for us? Karen wants them to make their checks out to Icon, which is her for-profit business. And they just looking like, why am I going to do that? Karen is saying, well, I want them to do that so that my people can go over how much everybody donated. And then we're going to take the money to donate to the Alzheimer's Association. And I'm just looking like, Karen, you's a motherfucker. Bitch, you've been lying this whole season. You know you plan on using that money to pay off Ray's tax debt. You know you plan on pocketing that money. And Karen got real nasty with Monique. She was like, that's how I want to do it. That's just what it is. You know, you will buy a ticket. Y'all will. And her and Charisse and Monique looking at Karen's ass all crazy. Like, this bitch is crazy. Karen tickles me, honey, when she be like, man, them batches, they just need to do what I tell them to do. You know, I love when she calls them batches. That shit funny as shit. But Karen, you lying your motherfucking ass off. You just want all the credit. You want all the tax write-off. You got Giselle and Candace and Robin saying that, you know, they're not going to buy a ticket, and they may write a check for the Alzheimer's Association, but they don't want Karen to get that tax write-off. Okay, so next we have Robin's ass. Y'all know I am not a big fan of Robin, but anyway, she's doing the flipping houses situation, so she pretty much, you know, then picked out a place, and it's going to take, I guess, $50,000 to renovate it. She wants to sell it for $140,000. I'm looking like, bitch, who's going to buy that? But I'll see how it look once she renovates it. I guess her mother is going to, you know, be helping her with this venture. So good for her. I'm sick of Robin, though. She keep bringing up how broke she was, and she wants to turn over a new leaf. And okay, just do it already and shut the fuck up. I don't need to keep hearing about the money situation and how you lost all y'all money. It just be this same ass song with Robin. Okay, next we got Candace and we got Chris. Candace, you pissed me the fuck off. So let's just get to their little situation. They are still deciding on things for the wedding. You know, she wants to invite more people and just basically just run everything the fuck up. So basically, Candace and Chris, they are disagreeing on, how their $165,000 should be spent on the wedding. And she's talking about her decor budget, the food budget. And Candace is one of those people where she's trying to forget about her past. Then she made this weird comment about how she came from a broken home. Bitch, I thought you grew up like the Huxtables. See, you be lying. You just trying to be more than what you are, Candace. You're just trying to prove something to other people and to yourself. Because you even admitted it in the episode. And I think that Chris is good for you if you allow him to be, because he's going to balance all of that out, all of this need for you to spend all this money on this fucking wedding. It's ridiculous. It's one fucking day. Get your dress, get some food. Don't invite everybody and their mother. That way you won't have to worry about feeding their ass. Be practical. Stop spending all this. And you're not even spending your money. You're spending your mama and your daddy's money. So Candace, you are a little girl. You need to grow up. You are a little girl. I hate to say it, but you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? And these women see that you have not fully, and they need to grow up too. Look, I don't even want to bring all of their asses into it, because all these women on here be doing some childish shit. But you need to get some perspective about the situation. Then she flips out on Chris talking about if we keep talking about this, it ain't gonna be no wedding. And bitch, if I was him, I wouldn't even want to marry you. Because you just, everything is about spending all this fucking money. What about the wedding day? Your man, loving on your man, and so girl, I'm done with Candace when it comes to the wedding. Next, we got Monique and Chris, and they sitting down getting their manicures and pedicures done, and he's pretty much telling her, well, I know you're busy, with your website and all the things you're doing for charity, but don't forget about me. And she's just like, baby, I won't. I'm gonna still hold you down. You're so used to being catered and pampered to. But one thing I do like about Chris, Monique's husband, is he does seem supportive of her. He asked her about when they go have more kids. And Monique is like, I don't know. That whole miscarriage, that really made me stop and take a look. Like, do I really need a baby right now? I'm doing the charity work. I'm doing my own business endeavors. So it just may not be the right time. So that's pretty much what they talked about. Okay, next we got Ashley and Michael, and pretty much what they talked about is how Michael is not ready for children. He insulted Ashley and pretty much told her that he thinks she will be the same mother that her mother was to her, to their children. I already told you guys that I don't see it for Michael and Ashley. He does not have any respect for her. You could tell by how he talks to her. And he just keeps saying, get rid of your mother. And I understand that from a financial standpoint, but to me, he's overly saying it, because it's just like, if this girl at the end of the day loves her mother and still wants to talk to her from time to time, who are you to stop that? Yes, she should stop giving money financially, but it's just how he kept trying to make everything be about her mother. I'm side-eyeing Michael, because y'all have a lot more other problems besides the mother. Yes, she was a big problem, but we haven't really heard from her. So y'all need to, Ashley, I just think you need to leave Michael. I would wait a few years though, that way you can get your prenup coins. But, I think you need to be planning your motherfucking exit stage left. Leave his old, bisexual, confused, don't want to have no kids, always worried about that fucking restaurant ass alone. And that again, he said to her, I said we could have kids when the restaurant makes a profit, when it doubles the profit. And it's just like, that's all he fucking cares about. Okay, last but not least, we got Karen, Raven, and Ray. They're all in the car, headed to Karen's charity event. Raven came back from college to help out. Karen is so happy that she's there. Soon as they get in the event, they begin talking to, some of the people that Karen invited about, the Alzheimer's Association, how important it is, and how Ray went through things with his mother, how Karen went through things with her mother regarding, the illness. And then we have Giselle and Robin. They're sitting up here talking about how, first off, Giselle, Karen called you to tell you Kyndall was coming. So, bitch, why are you mad at her? Well, I think that that's messed up because me and Sherman, we just broke up and, it's just the feelings are still raw and I shouldn't have to deal with his ex-wife and she shouldn't have had to deal with your bullshit when it came to her tax situation. You didn't give a fuck then. You didn't have no empathy for Karen. So why should Karen have any for y'all? You know what I'm saying? And I don't even give a fuck if Karen is being messy. I think all these bitches is messy on this show. I don't care. Because I feel like, Giselle, everything you put out, you getting right the fuck back. And I don't care. And Robin's still in her film. Well, I can't believe that Karen lied to me about why she couldn't come to my event. And I wouldn't come to your fucking event either. You ain't no friend. And you keep trying to, and Ashley even tried to imply, well, Karen's not really a friend to Giselle because she's inviting her, Sherman's ex. And it's just like, y'all are not friends to Karen. Y'all have not been supportive throughout this whole tax situation. Y'all have been shady and, making y'all little side comics, giggling and accusing her of lying, which she's been lying, but you can either say she's been lying or you could say she don't want you to know all her business. I mean, it's been some of both. So why are you mad at this one bitch when y'all all do the same shit? I'm just not understanding it. So Robin and Giselle, they are on their way to the event to confront Karen. Giselle wants to confront Karen about inviting Kyndall, and she feels like it's all messed up. And everybody's gossiping about how Kyndall is at the charity event and what's Giselle's reaction gonna be like. And that's pretty much where it all ended, you guys. All right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl Brand New, and I am out.